Let's face it, when any man talks about losing weight, they mean they want to lose fat and build some muscle. Previously, we'd focus on bulking, like building muscle, and cutting, losing fat cycles. So we'd be doing one or the other. But research has shown that a body recomposition, losing fat while you're building muscle, is actually possible, even in experienced lifters. By the end of this video, you will know whether you should build muscle, lose fat, or actually do both. When bulking, you need to eat in a slight calorie surplus. When cutting, you need to eat in a slight calorie deficit. And with a body recomposition, you can eat enough to maintain your body weight, eating at maintenance calories. Some coaches believed, and a lot actually still believe, that the best way to build muscle is actually to lose all your body fat first, because this is said to increase nutrient partitioning, basically using more of your food to build muscle and making your body more insulin sensitive as well. And it was thought that by trying to build muscle when you've still got a lot of body fat, what will happen is the extra food will go towards, well, basically store as fat. In reality, there just isn't enough research to support this, so you don't have to cut down, lose all your fat before you're building muscle effectively. It's quite generally accepted that you have to be in a calorie surplus to build muscle, but many studies have shown that people are capable of building muscle in a calorie deficit. Chris Barakat did a comprehensive review and showed that you can actually build muscle and lose fat effectively. So this is possible, but might not be the best option for everyone. A 2022 paper by Murphy and Kohler showed that an energy deficit can impair muscle growth, but not strength gains when compared to bulking, meaning you can still build muscle, but it will be less than if you focused on bulking. So what you actually do depends on where you're currently at and your goals as well. You've got to ask yourself these questions. Do you have a lot of body fat to lose? Are you relatively new to strength training? If not, have you not been following a structured, progressive plan for very long? How much attention do you pay to your nutrition, your recovery? In order to lose fat and build muscle effectively, benefit from this body recomposition, you need to make sure you actually have enough fat to lose. And you need to be new-ish to a resistance training program, or at least new to a structured and progressive resistance training program. Maybe you haven't taken the gym that seriously over the years, and now this is the first time you're actually doing it. Then you're way more likely to be able to benefit from a body recomposition. But if your training's been on point, you've been tracking your training, you've been progressing, you've been training for maybe 5+ years and following a regime that's been progressive, and you're say around 12 to 13% body fat or even under, and you've been paying attention to your nutrition and recovery, it's highly unlikely that you're going to experience a body recomposition. It's not impossible, but it's way less likely. Bulking and cutting cycles work. There's lots of evidence to suggest they work. But in my view, it's not always the best way, but it's sometimes necessary. For me to build any muscle, I have to actually focus on bulking, and obviously to lose fat, I need to focus on actually cutting and to do them individually because I'm well trained. But if you're new to training, like I said, and you've got a lot of body fat to lose, or say not even new to training, but you're new to a structured resistance training program, you're coming off an injury, where you're detrained or coming off time out of training, then you can actually benefit from a body recomposition. And I suggest doing this over doing bulking and cutting cycles, taking advantage of this holy grail while you actually can. I actually do this with a lot of my clients because they're in that position. So definitely, if you can and you fit what I just said, take advantage of it. Anyway, that's all I really wanted to cover in this video. Hopefully this helps you decide whether it's time for you to focus on muscle growth, lose fat, or build muscle and lose fat at the same time. So you can make that decision and factor that in with your training. I've done a full video on the exact 7 steps, and I've done one on 3 steps you need to take to actually build muscle and lose fat at the same time. This is what I feel I focus on doing the most with my clients, and I would say specialize in it to some degree. I find it the most time efficient, the most motivating as well. Anyway, if you're a man and you want to build muscle and lose fat, head on over to my Facebook group. It's completely free to join and it's full of a ton of resources. And if you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done already, hit that bell notification to be alerted as soon as I post a video. And if you've got any questions at all, feel free to comment below. Any questions at all, any ideas on a future video, happy to cover those. Anyway, until the next video, keep pushing your limits.